So again, I'm out in the Dutch countryside with beautiful weather, test riding a Ducati. Someone's got to do it. So welcome to another video here. Today is all about this little and cute Ducati 160 Monza Junior from 1966. This bike came in for a little service and it is now going to be for sale, along with its larger brother, the 250 Monza, that we also made a video of. We can link that up, of course. So be sure to check that out. Go to our website for more information on either bikes or other bikes that we have for sale. So be sure to check out our collection at ducaticlassics.com. So in this video I'm going to show you all the little details of this 160 Monza Junior, and I'm going to take you along for a ride to see how well this bike performs. So this cute little bike, it's a Ducati 160 Monza Junior 1966. And this was the entry-level Ducati model at the time, available throughout the 1960s. And it was built with some cheaper components compared to its larger brothers and sisters. And of course that can be seen with the tiny 160cc engine based on the 125cc engine, which can trace its roots back to 1955, when the Mariana Racer was the first overhead cam Ducati single. So that is an engine with a 4-speed gearbox still fitted in the late 1960s, whereas the larger narrow case models changed to a 5-speed gearbox by then. So 4-speed for the Monza Junior. Then the chassis, it is fitted with the frame that is largely based on all of the other narrow case models, but the wheels are a size smaller. Get these 16-inch wheels fitted, and it makes the bike look a little like a miniature Ducati, in fact. And especially if you compare it with the 250 models that were available in the same model years as the Monza was. Monza Junior, I must add, because the larger 250 Monza was sold without the addition Junior to its name. So the front fork as well, it's a little cheaper component. Many of them early versions were not even hydraulic, so there was just a spring in there for the damping, and it was fitted in the rear with also a cheaper set of shock absorbers. These are the originals ones, by the way. So in all, to make a package that was available for quite a low price in different markets, and it was sold to people that were using this bike regularly. It was quite a popular bike, although dealers were stocking them way up to the 1970s. So it is known that these bikes were not selling as good as Ducati produced them. But that aside, it was quite a popular model for Ducati, and yeah, a real bread and butter bike, so to speak, being of course the entry level of the model range. That can be seen, it's a bike that is suited for everyday use, as was done in the 1960s. It's very comfortable sitting position. Like I said, with the cheaper components, this was also cheaper to maintain than many other Ducatis of the same time. So let's do a walk around and I can show you more of this beautiful bike. So the front wheels, like I said, a 16-inch size chrome steel rim with a decent hub brake in there. This is the 1966 model year, which means it has the angular style mudguards, headlight and fuel tank. It's the final series of the Monza Junior from 1966. So there you see the Aprilia headlight with the Veglia speedometer and ignition switch. And then on the handlebar as well, original Aprilia switch in a very good condition. The tiny 160cc engine with the Dell'Orto UB22 carburetor behind it, all functioning very well on this bike. See, it's a very original, very nice and well-maintained bike. The original Dutch registration with the original plate from the 1960s, first registered in 1966. Rear wheel is a 16-inch as well, chrome steel rim. You also got a lovely tire pump fitted to the frame. So in all, a very original and very nice condition Ducati 160 Monza Junior. Try to find one, I would argue, because these bikes, although produced in large numbers, many of them were used on a daily basis and went off to the scrap heap. Very few of them survive to this day in a condition like this, with all the original parts that are on there. So be sure to check that out on our website. Also other bikes we have for sale. It's quite a collection and I'm sure you will enjoy that. So let's take this bike for another ride through this lovely weather and countryside back to the workshop. welcome on board this lovely Ducati 160 Monza Junior from 1966. We're doing 80 kilometers an hour. That means we are approaching top speed with me on it, and I'm not the smallest. I think it'll do about 90, perhaps on a good day, 100 kilometers an hour. But this is, of course, the entry-level Ducati from 1966. Only 160 cc, and although it may be small, you get a chassis in true Ducati style. It handles like a dream. Many of the chassis components are shared with the larger narrow case models, and that means obviously that this bike handles the same as its larger brothers, which is great for the time and still great to use on roads like these today. Yeah, you'll not be surprised by the power of it, rather the lack of it, but still, for a 160cc engine, it is actually performing quite well. I wouldn't go near the German Autobahn with this one, but again, on roads like these, it's very fun to drive. This is the sort of bike that you take along on a nice Sunday afternoon. It is such a sympathetic machine, and you notice that when you encounter other people, because they always like the look of a small little Ducati being used. So it's sympathetic to look at, but it's sympathetic to ride as well. And that is the charm of this little machine, this little Ducati 160 Monza Junior. 4-speed gearbox. In fact, the engine was largely based on that of the 125cc version that came earlier. There's sort of a continuation of that engine into a entry-level bike Ducati did. I can report that it is absolutely functioning like a dream. Engine is powerful for a 160. That is, chassis is doing very, very well. Suspension units, all the electrics are functioning. And the nice thing of a bike like this is that you can actually drive it close to the top speed almost constantly. Riding position, very comfortable. Forward footpacks, high handlebar, huge seat. You can easily take your girlfriend along on that lovely Sunday afternoon. 90 kilometers an hour. I told you could do it. I think there's even more in there. So we hope this video gives you a nice impression of the Ducati 160 Monza Junior. Be sure to check it out on our website. This bike is for sale. So if you see yourself riding along like this, look no further. Anyway, we thank you very much for watching. Toodaloo-dokey. See you next time.